Hello everybody, how are you guys doing? Welcome to another Game of Thrones reaction as we have left Tyrion in a pretty peculiar situation. He's about to, I guess, fight for his life or have somebody else fight for his life. So I was making some speculations about this whole trial by combat situation that we have going on here. I immediately assumed that Tyrion is going to assign somebody else to fight for him, kind of like what happened at the Vale in the first season. That being said, now that I'm thinking about it, could it be possible that Tyrion, is gonna have to fight this battle by himself? And I'm thinking, what if Tywin assigns Jaime to be the one to have to fight Tyrion? So basically what I'm saying, guys, is could we be dropped off in a scenario where Jaime is going to have to fight a battle in order to have Tyrion killed? If you get where I'm getting with this, and could this lead in a scenario where Jaime in a way sacrifices himself and loses on purpose to save Tyrion? Like I said in previous reactions, even in the previous season, I feel like Jaime is one of the, out of all the characters that we have now, he's possibly the next character to die, to get killed off in this show. And I'm thinking that the way that everything has kind of transpired, and with how involved emotionally Jaime is in this situation, I fear that his life might be put on the line one way or another in these upcoming episodes, where he's either going to have to fight to keep Tyrion alive or fight to condemn Tyrion, and which in that case I kind of feel like he might sacrifice himself for Tyrion's sake, right? But yeah, I am in a permanent fuck say mood. Regarding Say, guys, some of you guys in the comments were like, she's being forced into this by the Lannisters. She didn't want to do the things that she did, she didn't want to say the words that she said. But at least from what I've seen so far in the show, there is no evidence of such that I can go based off of. To me, it didn't seem like she had much trouble getting those things out about Tyrion. Matter of fact, to me, the looks that she gave him seemed very vindictive, and kind of like she was harboring such a grudge towards Tyrion. That's at least how I took it. That's how she seemed to me in my eyes. And I have not seen anything in the show to tell me otherwise, so I don't know what it says in the books, but at least so far there's no saving grace for Say in my eyes. But maybe, maybe more things will be revealed later on regarding this situation. With all that being said, as always, guys, make sure you give this video a like, subscribe for more content just like this one. We are so close to 500 subscribers, which is a big milestone for the channel. Thank you everybody who has been subscribing, and to anybody who hasn't subscribed yet but is enjoying what they're watching, I'd really appreciate your support. But without wasting any more time on this, let's jump right into Game of Thrones episode 7, guys. So we're getting closer to yet another Game of Thrones finale. From my previous experience, since episode 7 and onwards is usually when shit really starts to hit the fan. That's why I've been so speculative about Jaime's life and future and uncertainty. And it's so funny that I am worried about Jaime in this show. I'd never imagined when I first started watching this, Jaime was one of the characters that I was so rooting for to get killed off. Up until the previous season, where he really had the biggest development as a character. So they're did they give him time to prepare?
It's a very funny one.
You fell in love with a whore.
Yes,
You fell in love with your sister. Who are you to give
Stupid enough
to give judgment?
fallen in love with me. It was everything father wanted. You do see that. He gets you back as his heir. The future
He gets to
Lord of
send him
Overlook.
away.
And he ships me off to Castle Black, out of sight at last. Fuck your own sister, you'll always be the golden son.
Careful. I'm the last friend you've got.
I'm his friend.
At least I got to tell them what they really are.
Brilliant speech. They'll be talking about it for days to come.
Emmy worthy even.
I thought you were a realist. As proof that I can't beat a stable boy with my left hand.
I completely forgot that he's lost his
Where's your
hand.
sense of adventure?
I completely forgot that he's not the same fighter that he was. Completely, like, didn't even cross my mind. Okay, now that gets even more interesting. I had completely forgotten he's lost an arm, guys. Unbelievable.
Who does Cersei plan on naming as a champion?
Why does Cersei get to
I
name?
hope it's Meereen Tran.
Not Samarin.
She named him. Oh, the mountain? Is this the mountain? Okay. Okay. We can kill off the mountain. It's okay. The mountain can get killed off real easily.
Welcome to the capital.
This is the first time we're also seeing him outside his armor.
So quickly.
Who am I fighting?
Does that matter?
Okay, so if she's gonna pick the mountain, where does Oberyn come into play here? Like, because that would be highly like intriguing for him, I bet. Could Oberyn be the one to step up for Tyrion? So many possibilities. At least Cersei did not pick Jaime.
That is into my own hands. The thought has occurred to me.
So why go on?
Habit.
Nothing could be worse than this.
Maybe nothing is worse than this.
Anything.
Are they talking about death now? The void, the darkness,
Nothing is just nothing.
Who are you?
the goddess of death,
My name's Arya.
soon to be.
Could I have a drink? Dying is thirsty work.
I wish, like, I'll be able to crack jokes on my deathbed.
That's where the heart is. That's how you kill a man.
That's also how you kill a man, by the way.
He told me he'd fuck me bloody with a stick.
This day's really not working out.
I completely forgot that he was one of those fuckers.
He can't be. I don't know his name.
Rouge.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh my god! Arya, my goodness. How swift of you. Also, how cold-blooded of you. Also, how precise of you. Hound's a good teacher, but she's a great learner. Matter of fact, I don't know if the Hound is a good teacher, now that I'm thinking about it again. She's a good learner for sure.
My lord.
That's a fancy attire he has on,
Have new clothes.
right?
You like him? Eh?
They're alright.
Loves a dose.
She still gets Castle Stokeworth when her father dies.
She does. Unless she happens to perish before her father. Ladies fall from their horses and snap their pretty necks all the time.
You and my sister deserve each other.
That man is evil.
Why did you bother to come? A Lannister always pays his debts.
Your sister's a Lannister too.
My wife is heir to Winterfell. Carve you out a big piece of it.
If and may and could.
It's gonna end up being
Knowledge
Jaime.
is soft and warm.
Or
and
Oberyn.
close.
Actually,
If I
Oberyn.
gave you one misstep and I'm dead, why should I risk it?
Because you're my friend.
Aye, and when have you ever risked your life for me?
Didn't he do it in the Battle of Blackwater Bay? Wasn't Stannis going to kill you too? Since you fought alongside him
I
and
like
was
you.
at
Yes,
King's
you
Landing?
I just like myself more.
I understand.
At the end of the day,
Together. Yes.
can't you really blame a man for not willing to risk his life? Tyrion doesn't want to let go because he's feeling like he's letting go of his own life in this instance.
I'll have to kill the mountain myself. Won't that make for a great song?
Oberyn will
I
fight for
hope to hear
you.
them sing it one day.
Thanks for nothing, Bron. But as I was saying, like, you can't blame a man for not wanting to, like, risk his life. Literally. Tyrion isn't really anything to him. He's a good friend. They're good friends. But, like, I can't really blame Bron in this instance, really.
Serve you.
Tell me.
Damn, Dany's looking beautiful.
I only have 2 talents in this world. War and women. Here in Meereen, I cannot pursue my talents.
I've ordered the second sons to patrol the streets for women. There are thousands in Meereen you can pursue.
There's only one.
She wants you, though.
She does not.
And can you blame him?
You swore me your sword.
My sword till the day I die.
So if I command you to stay in Meereen and patrol the streets?
I'll stay in Meereen and patrol the streets.
So stay in Meereen and patrol the streets. The fuck?
Any enemy.
Take off your clothes.
I was gonna say is, I thought that this is what she was hinting at. And I was like, I mean, I'd gladly do it. I respect how far Dany has come as a character. Because I wasn't expecting that from Dany. In previous seasons, I would never expect that. But she's reached, you know, a level of affluence. And she's like, I'm gonna embark in the other enjoyments of life as well. Do your thing, Dany.
Next to it.
I'm not jealous or anything.
That's the one.
It's been a while since we saw these 2 crazy bitches.
The Lord spoke to me. He said, "Night, you will have your last good bath in a long while. Make it count."
Huh?
A joke. Not a very good one, I'm afraid.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. To be honest.
Humor isn't my strength.
I'm not surprised.
Because most jokes are lies.
You married
devoted
Stannis.
to the truth. Most of these powders and potions. Lies. Deceptions to make men think they witnessed our Lord's power.
Hmm?
A pinch of this powder in a bonfire will send a flaming column screaming towards the sky. The
Okay,
world
this is
will
very
burst
interesting
and piss
information.
itself with fear. And any man's wine will drive him wild with lust.
Did you use it with Stannis?
No.
Are you telling me you're jealous now?
What they already have.
After what you said when we first saw your character?
No act done in service of the Lord can ever be called a sin.
When we set sail, your daughter must be with us. The Lord needs her.
I don't like the sound of that at all. So, like, she was talking about these potions, right? She used those to, like, trick people throughout the course of this series. All this time that they were looking in flames and stuff.
Could never
Just
have
man
a
up
man
and
like
tell
that.
her how you feel, Zora.
That's why I've sent him and the second sons to retake Yunkai.
You have.
I have.
Here the masters.
My god, Dany looks so good this episode.
Pleasuring old men, they treat men like beasts, as you said yourself.
Herding the masters into pens and slaughtering them by the thousands is also treating men like beasts. If you want them to know something else, you'll have to show it to them.
And repay the slavers with what? Kindness? A fine? A stern warning?
It's tempting to see your enemies as
Not a fine.
but there's a good and evil on
A
both sides
fine.
in every war. I sold men into slavery, Khaleesi. I wouldn't be here to help you if Ned Stark had done to me what you want to do to the masters of Yunkai.
Another valid point, Khaleesi. Let's consider
The
it.
other day about burying his father. He will accompany the second sons and serve as my ambassador to Yunkai. He will explain the choice they have before them. Live in my new world, or they can die in their old one.
Okay, that sounds fair, right?
We'll go and catch Arya before he leaves. Tell him I changed my mind. No,
What's going on here? Make up your mind,
tell him
Khaleesi.
you changed my mind.
Look at that smile. Zora. Just tell her how you feel, brother.
I know you don't like fire, but if you don't do it right,
No fire.
it'll only take a second.
He said no fire.
Hurt that much.
No fire!
Shut up about it. Shut up about everything.
You're starting to like each other. Be honest with your emotions, guys. These characters in this show need to be honest with their emotions.
My brother gave me this. Thought I stole one of his toys. I didn't steal it. I was just playing with it. The pain was bad.
Yeah, no shit.
The smell was worse.
Yeah, no shit.
But the worst thing was that it was my brother who did it.
Yeah, no shit.
You think you're on your own?
Let me wash it out. And help you sew it up at least.
This is so sweet. Oh my. Oh god. Oh god. This is the same man that she looked straight in the eye and said she's going to put a sword through his eye.
Kidney pie is wonderful. Thanks.
Oh!
Do my best.
What was his name? What was his name? I forgot his name. But he's the guy. He's the one. He's the one we left behind. The cook. I love how they put him back in this.
Anything then? We're looking for someone. Someone in particular? Maybe they came in here. A lot of people come in here. I mean, just the other day we had 7
She can.
Tall, red hair, very pretty.
Okay.
Her name is Sansa Stark.
The other one.
Maybe using a different name.
The other one.
Starks from Winterhell.
Winterhell. She maybe thought that they were like looking for them to help them.
Sure, I can't get you a bit more kidney pie.
So he's like, he would try to play like he doesn't know the Starks, but will he help them now to go find Arya? I did say that I see these 4 characters like teaming up at some point, right?
Never met no Sansa Stark,
I met Arya.
but I know her sister. Or like your ladyship, only without the armor. Going by the name.
And what a role model
So
will
what happened to her?
Well,
Brienne be to Arya?
last one I gave her, but well, this one turned out better.
The bread. And it actually does look like a wolf this time.
You were saying?
How do you know where you're going? There's no signs. There's nothing. Yes.
Absolutely stunning blonde the other day.
Do tell.
Your sister.
Oh, that was the best.
Cersei approached me.
I've heard in a long time.
Feel when my head leaves my neck. She's wanted this for a long time.
Yes, I know. We met, you and I,
How do you know?
many years ago. Whole way from Dorne, all anyone talked about was the monster that had been born to Tywin Lannister. She and your brother took us to your nursery and
Perfectly normal child.
she unveiled the freak. A bit small, but no claw.
No red eye.
No red eye, no tail between your legs, just... I told Cersei, that's just a baby. And she said he killed my mother. And she pinched your little cock so hard I thought she might pull it off until your brother made her stop.
God damn Cersei and touching her brother's cocks. Since she was a child, apparently. She's had this habit.
Lived this long.
Sooner or later, Cersei always gets what she wants.
He's gonna be the one.
Justice.
He's gonna be the one. He's gonna be the one. I mean, obviously, like, ever since he stepped in this cell.
You want justice. You've come to the wrong place.
I've come to the perfect place.
Called it.
Bring those who have wronged me to justice, and all those who have wronged me are right here.
You're saved,
I will be your
Tyrion.
champion.
Listen, Peter Dinklage's facial expressions are outstanding. So much emotion, especially in these last couple of episodes. Whoo! He's so good. So good. Who's that? Hello, weirdo child.
Hello, Robin. Stay here in the Eyrie. Mother says it's dangerous on the roads and I have to keep myself safe because I'm the Lord of the Vale, and the Lord of the Vale is a very important person.
Yes, you certainly are.
How do you make people fly?
We don't.
What do you do with all the bad people and the scary people and the people you don't like?
I never did anything with them at all.
When I grow up, I'll be able to fight anybody who bothers me. Or you. When we get married, you can tell me if you don't like somebody. And
I was like, I could fly anybody that I would like. Or you. I could fly you through the door.
I like the sound of that.
Let's put a moon door in your Winterfell.
All right.
It can go in here in this big
Be
palace.
careful. You've ruined it.
I didn't ruin it!
This is not how this should have gone. This was a pretty heartfelt moment that you were having. This is not how this should have ended.
Yes, I saw.
You shouldn't have done that.
Direction.
I was literally about to say, this kid maybe isn't that bad.
Aunt Lysa, why did you really kill Joffrey?
Do the speech again. Dramatic music plays. Snake,
I
snake,
love
snake,
your
snake.
mother more than you
Hiss,
could
hiss,
ever
hiss,
know.
hiss.
What do we do to those who've hurt the ones we love?
That's not the reason. That's not the reason, you fucking liar. You slithering snake.
In a better world. You're more beautiful than she ever was.
Fuck!
Lord Baelish.
Call me Peter.
Oh god no! Oh double god no! She saw it. Fuck. This is the worst. You have better luck
You wanted to see me, Aunt Lysa?
jumping from the nearest door.
Come here, Sansa.
She's gonna throw you. She's gonna fucking throw you. She's gonna fucking throw you. She's gonna fucking throw you. Don't do this. She's gonna fucking throw you in the...
Do you know how far the fall is?
Oh god.
It's fascinating. What happens to bodies when they hit the rocks from such a height? The impact breaks them right apart and intact.
Oh god.
Head sitting on its own, blue eyes staring at nothing.
Blue eyes? Push her first, Sansa. Push her first. Push her first. Don't give her the opportunity to push you. Push her
I know
first.
what you did.
Kick her.
You kissed Peter.
I didn't. You don't understand.
I saw you. You can't lie to me because I saw it with my own eyes. He is mine! My father, my husband, my sister, they all stood between us and now they're all dead. That's what happens to people who stand between Peter and me. Look down!
Lysa! Let her go.
This empty-headed child.
Let
Empty-headed? You are the one to talk.
Mother, she'll never love you. I killed for you. Why did you bring her here? Why?
Send her away. On my life. I swear to all the gods. Let her go, Lysa. My sweet wife.
All this for this fucking reptile.
Silly wife. I have only loved one woman. Only one. My entire life. Your sister.
She's gonna push her? Fucking no. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this, man? Who are you, bro? This man, he just, what the fuck? Who the fuck are you, man? Who the fuck are you? What is going on? He's like, okay, I killed one king, I come here, I kill this queen. Next episode, I'm gonna kill Tywin. Then I'm gonna go over there across the sea. I'm gonna kill Daenerys. I'm gonna take her dragons. I'm gonna ride the dragons because I'm so smart and I've thought this through. I'm gonna fucking go and conquer the entirety of Westeros, and then I become immortal. I travel through dimensions. I conquer other dimensions because I've thought that as well. I've thought so many steps ahead. Like, what is he gonna do now? Like, he killed the Queen of the Vale. Sansa saw it. It was just him Her and Sansa in the room. Now what? We have two suspects. He's gonna blame Sansa. That fucking reptile. He's gonna hold that over Sansa's head. That she did it. That he'll be able to force her to do whatever he wants now. I don't know what the fuck to say regarding Snake at this point. He's just like, he's beyond snark commenting, and like he's just surpassed. I don't know what to say. I don't have the words. I don't have the capacity. So we're just gonna pretend like that motherfucker is not real. He doesn't exist. And we're gonna talk about the rest of the episode, because he's just in his own like world at this point. He does whatever the fuck he wants. There's no point in me trying to understand what he's gonna do next, because apparently he has already thought 100 steps ahead. So like, and whatever he does in this moment is just looks crazy and nuts. But okay, so Oberyn is gonna fight for Tyrion's life. That much I had guessed. That's gonna be pretty sweet for Tyrion, because we know that Oberyn is gonna kill the Mountain. So I mean, Tyrion was not gonna get killed, right? There's no way Game of Thrones would have done that in this season, right? There's no way. So we have found our champion. He's gonna kill the Mountain. So that match is like, we're good there. On that front, I think we are good now. I really enjoyed the conversation between Tyrion and Oberyn. As I said, Dinklage's performance this season, and the entire show, honestly, but like these last couple of episodes, has been so good. Even without saying anything, just his facial expressions have been outstanding acting. We saw a little bit of the Red Woman after a while, and we also saw Stannis' wife. And I assume they're talking about preparing to go for another attempt at conquering King's Landing. I don't understand why Stannis has to take the whole family with him, make this a field trip, if this is what they were talking about. But they're gonna take the daughter as well, and I hope that nothing happens to that child. The Red Woman said that she has a role to play in this, much like she has said about many characters. She also revealed some trickery that she might have used in all the instances where we thought that people were seeing stuff whenever they were with her, but maybe that was some of her trickery that she was explaining in that scene, which I thought was very interesting. But we're gonna leave that dysfunctional family over there until we have to deal with them again. Dany continues her rule, and she decided to have a little fun in this episode. I'm not jealous of Dario. I'm not Zora. Okay? Yes, I am. But Zora was jealous. And the thing with Zora is like, Dario's making the moves, right? What is stopping Zora from like, he needs to come forth with his feelings, man. I don't know what his holdup is. I mean, I can guess a couple of things. If we're gonna have this passive-aggressive high school shit going on between Dario and Zora, this is not the time for that. So like, at some point, brother, you need to just tell her how you feel. It's reached a point where I feel like Dany knows. Is the thing. Like, I feel like, I don't know if it's like purposeful, but some of the looks Dany gives Zora is like, it's like she almost knows that Zora has feelings for her and that he sees Dario as a threat. Even that last bit that she told him, right, to tell him that he changed her mind about the handling of the slave owners. That was a way of her like giving him, you know, giving him some reassurance of like, just because I fancy that guy, because I feel like she does. I don't want like to lose you here, because I know how you feel about me. Even though you're not telling me how you feel, I can tell, because it's pretty obvious. That smile on his face, I don't think I've seen Zora smile that hard. He was literally like cheesing in that moment. So I just don't want to have to deal with high school drama for Dany's heart while we're preparing to go over and take over Westeros. That's the only thing I'm worrying about here. But Dany's doing pretty good. I feel like she keeps with the theme of, you know, accepting people's honest opinions on her decisions. As we've already discussed, she's pretty green. She's new to this. So, although she does have a pretty stern belief system on how she believes she should handle situations, I do appreciate all these instances where we see her adhering and taking in others' input, because it also focuses on the inexperience that Dany has, which I think is like, I'm glad that they focus on that a little bit. I like how the show didn't instantly have you like start manipulating stuff and being like incredibly capable in the position. It wouldn't really come off as too realistic. I'm glad that they've taken this decision regarding her role as the queen. Arya's and Hound's scene, it really touched me because of how they kind of started off, but also like in a way we see Arya becoming more and more, not necessarily cold-blooded, but she becomes more and more like she doesn't hesitate anymore before stabbing somebody through the heart and killing them. And for her to be in the position where she is with the Hound, somebody that she has had on her list for however many years have transpired since Ned's death, despite how much more hardened she has become, to be able to like sympathize with him and him with her, you know. It was one of the like few times where the Hound really opened up in front of Arya specifically, but just like in general as well. And I was glad that Arya took it in and was like, you know, let me take care of you. And the Hound like was like, he let her. Both of them dropping the wall, you know, and coming to terms with like, I actually care for this person, for this girl and for this man respectively, which was very, very sweet. Obviously we had Brienne and Pod finding our good baker friend, and as I said, I feel like there's a high chance that these four characters are going to like team up at some point. I'm waiting for some like team ups in this show, like characters that haven't interacted yet to have interactions, because I think some of these dynamics will be very interesting. I feel like Arya and Brienne will be able to relate to each other a lot. I feel like the Hound and Pod will not be able to relate to each other whatsoever. But I'd like to see these characters like start interacting with one another just for that dynamic. They might be heading to the Vale right now, or I think they'll try to head to the Vale. I don't know if they'll manage to get there. Whatever the fuck is gonna happen to the Vale now, Lord knows. Only Bellis fucking knows, because what the fuck. Yet again, another ending where I'm scrambling trying to remember what else happened. Because what the fuck. That scene with Sansa and like when she started off with the castle and like Robin came in, I was like, oh, they're gonna leave us. I was genuinely thinking, oh, Game of Thrones is gonna leave us on like a somewhat heartfelt, positive mode with Sansa here. Like she's gonna have like a connection with Robin in a weird way, and then everything went kaboom, and like we're sitting here as Snake is throwing Lysa into the pit, and I think he's gonna try and blame Sansa or hold it over her head somehow to manipulate her, which is gonna be even more sickening. And like the fact that he kissed her as well, and like the age difference, and like all those disgusting things going on. Oh fuck. But yeah, guys, that's all I have for you. Thank you for joining me in another episode of Game of Baileys, and I'm gonna see you all in the next episode. Have a good one. Bye.